So yeah, it wasn't a clean place. Um, yeah, good restaurants, good location. We went to the beach here. We try to stay out of the house as much as possible, and we went to Playa del Fins, which is the beach of the dolphins or whatever. And they have huge waves, and the kids really like that. We actually went twice, and the first time we went, this place called Sunday Bikini Club or something like that, saw me and was like, "Hey, do you want to have an awesome beach day?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So we rented an umbrella with really comfortable couches or like lounge couches or whatever, and we had like our own private place or section on the beach. It was really nice. We got ordered drinks there, which were they were really weak and expensive. That whole to rent that area for the day was 400 pesos. And yeah, I ended up spending up more than I wanted to, but it was worth it. We really had a good day. Um, and I wasn't worried about all my camera equipment getting stolen or anything like that. Uh, and we were able to order food, so we stayed there for like 6 hours. The sun was real, like I was saying, and we did get burned up that day. So definitely recommend uh, sunblock even for us. Like, yeah. So that was awesome. Basically, all I did on my trip was eat and go to the beach. Excuse me. Um, I love the cab rides because I got to see, the environment I was in, and I love going to the stores to see how people act and stuff. Oh my gosh, I want to say one thing. Being black there is awesome and not awesome at the same time. The only thing that wasn't awesome was people touching my daughter's hair. That they have locks like me. Still have my locks. Haven't cut them yet, but sometimes I'll be wanted to. So they would just reach out and touch them because I was thinking because they don't speak English, maybe they don't know how to ask. But went to a restaurant, touch, 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 and Walmart, touch. They were just really fascinated with us, and there was a blessing and a curse. Um, but yeah, it's funny too because in Mexico you consider it a gringo, and it's like what? Okay, that was weird. I didn't actually like that because gringos get charged more, so because they just assume they have more. And I was there because it was cheaper to actually vacation there than a vacation in the United States, and I had my passport. So, and I had been to Cozumel before, which I had a really good experience there too. And the men are hungry and like real thirsty in Mexico. So if you got a Lord, their TV shows objectify women. Like I was watching this TV show, they only had an emoji on her face and her tits out. Um, they have no shame. Like, and when I was in Cozumel, I was getting whistled at, which I was surprised at, but I liked. So yeah, they stare here apparently. Um, Women aren't as bad, but they were looking at my husband. But apparently, my husband said that everybody was staring at me and my daughters. I thought it was just because we were black and we had locks. So I don't know, but I did catch one or two, like really just like what I wouldn't do. Like I would do things too, like like that kind of look, just like one or two of them. And it's really weird for me because I don't get that a lot. But um, yeah, that was interesting. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about before this video cuts out too, because um, I don't know if you'll notice in the editing of the last one that it cut out. So um, let me see. I did mention some things. The cab driver was awesome. The cab driver, he made an effort to speak to us in English, and he taught us a lot of different Spanish words. He told us what's cheap and what's not. He said the hotel zone, fucking expensive. Everything. The Oxo there is more expensive. The movies there are more expensive. If you ever want to go to the movies in Mexico, sometimes they play movies in English with Spanish subtitles. You have to look for those. They have Cinepolis and Cinepolis and Cinemax. I think Cinemax plays the ones in English. Cinepolis does play some in English, but you have to, only certain locations do that. Gas, the for regular gas was like 17 pesos a liter, so I don't know how much that would be. And I don't know, I didn't do the math. It's like $1 a liter, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out. We did some fine dining. Wasn't really worth it at all. I was actually shocked. Yeah, it wasn't worth it. The authentic, and they say comida economical was actually better than the fine dining to me. Let's see. Yeah, cab driver. He really schooled us. And the ride from where we're staying, the last place we were staying, which had dogs too, roaming, cats roaming. Yeah, but it was quieter and I could see the stars from the patio. His dishes were dirty, but his linens were clean, which I appreciated. Yeah, seeing the star and the moon, the stars and the moon are so different there than from Michigan. And let's see. I didn't like that neighborhood though. It was like a dormitory, and there was older people staying there, and the older people are really nosy. The younger people are just minding their own business. I like people who do that. Mind your own fucking business. The other ones, that of course they had to stay right next to me, and they were just in my shit. And I like that place though, because the best restaurants that we went to were like within walking distance, with the pharmacies and OXXO, which was not as close as it normally was to us at the other places. But yeah, it was in a bad area. Also went to another beach, Playa del Nino, which wasn't as nice. It's kind of just if you just want to just chill on the sand. They have restaurants over there too. The ferries over there, which is expensive to go to the island of the women, Isla de Mujeres, I think that was what they call it. But there's ATMs over there with really reasonable exchange rates and fees. You will get charged their fees and your fees from your bank, so ours are reasonable, so we were happy with that. Banamex, that bank, they have the worst fees, just to let you know. But the Citibanks, the Citimex, they have the best rates for ATMs. Let's see. I'm just making sure I touched on everything. Oh, we went to Applebee's there too. And you'll pay the same, like it's not economical at all. You or economic in English. Yeah, whatever you pay in the United States for Applebee's, you'll pay in Mexico. They want their money. Let's see. Oh yeah. So I don't know if I said to go to our place from the last place to the airport was 300 pesos. To get to the beach for the day was 150 pesos there, 200 back. If you have a cool cab driver, not everybody charges that. Oh, and then Montezuma's Revenge, drinking the Mexican water. I didn't even know that I was doing it at the time. They had made the salsa and it was more water based, and it was really spicy, which came out spicy, and I've never thrown up like that before. The diarrhea wasn't as bad, but it was bad. It was more like a 24-hour thing for me. But my husband, it was more. He put more in his stuff, so he really got it. It's no joke, that water. I really hate throwing up too. And I did it twice because I knew I didn't get all of it out. The body is amazing though. Like, the food was so good though. Like, it was so good. So good. Yeah. But I definitely don't plan on returning back to Mexico anytime soon. Oh, there are really nice people there. It's very few and far between, but we did get people who would help us order food, so that was really nice. Yeah, there was a lot of there's definitely stars there that stand out, like that shine bright there. But for the most people are just going through their emotions and kind of like here, but worse. Could I see myself staying in Mexico? Yes, but I think I could do better. So I plan on planning another trip. I probably would try staying in a resort with the family, but for my first trip that I planned completely by myself, I was pretty proud of. No travel agency. I just kind of winged it, and we chilled and we had fun and we ate, and I gained weight, which was really nice. I stuffed my face until it couldn't be stuffed anymore because the food is just really reasonable there and it's really good. And the vendors have good food. I don't recommend the salsas. Yeah, you gotta watch your back. Don't trust anybody. Regarding finances, like literally watching your back, nobody's gonna bother you there. They got their own shit to worry about for the most part. So that's my overall recap of my trip to Cancun, Mexico, staying in downtown and going to the hotel zone occasionally. We didn't shop there a lot because we were warned that we would spend a lot of money, and I did a little bit, just a little bit. But oh, the markets too. You can buy fresh meat there, like they hang it up, and like the chicken and pork or whatever, you can buy it. I wasn't really impressed with the markets, like for buying souvenirs. I didn't get a chance to get any really good souvenirs. So just trying to make sure I touched on everything. I really appreciate you guys' patience with me, where I'm basically kind of going off the top of the dome like I do with most of my videos. So because it's mainly for me, but I appreciate those people who find me interesting enough to, watch my videos. I don't even know how you guys find them sometimes. So to all my subscribers who haven't gotten rid of me, thank you again. I really do appreciate you guys. I just want to make sure there's nothing else. I guess if there is, I'll be back. So my next trip, I'm going to the Dominican Republic with some family members. That is going to be probably way more fun, more exciting, more activities, because we were just enjoying not having to go to school, not having to cook or clean, and just eating whatever we wanted when we wanted at this trip for in Cancun. So this one will be, the Dominican Republic trip will be more planned and organized, because one of my family members is going. She doesn't play when it comes to making sure that she maximizes her time there. We could have gone to the pyramid. Actually, while we were there was a pyramid in Chichen Itza, something like that, where the shadow of a snake appears against the pyramid walls because of how the pyramid's built. So it looks like during the equinox, it looks like there's a snake. And there was a lot of people there, and I seen it on YouTube, and that was enough for me, basically. So, but there's a lot of different things you can do there, and I wasn't interested in spending too much on this trip. I was just actually seeing if I would like living outside the U.S. more, and we'll see what happens. Well, with the trips to come, I want to plan a Jamaican trip. That was actually my Mexico trip was actually supposed to be my Jamaican trip, but people kind of fell through on that one. So my husband was like, I really kind of want to go to Mexico more. Language barrier is no joke though. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I just really appreciate, the people who find me interesting. Yeah, thanks. I think that's it for today.